Alright everybody, BG here, Glassworks YouTube channel. And it's been a week or two since we did a video. I've been kind of working on side projects, a little this, a little that. We did some off video work on a new up and upcoming project that we'll be doing after we get back from Turkey Drag. Last week I did some work on link bars, or not link bars, but mountain tanks, things like that, and I'll show you all that here. Last week I built that bracket to hold them tanks. I still got to do some adjustments on this threads on this one here. We're going to adjust the tank where they're not cockeyed like that. Build another bracket to mount compressors on each side. We're going to pull the tanks back off. They're going to get painted. The brackets are going to be painted. Got some more fittings. We're going to put the airbags back on the back here. Get ready to start running the air lines. And back here I am making a bracket. Oh, if I don't break my neck, it's going to mount somewhere right in there to mount her air manifold on. That way, all of her stuff's out here. It's out of the weather. If we need to get to it, we can. So I'm building that bracket. We got that done, or I'm working on that right now. I'm fixing to cut it out. Put her a new billet style door latch in there because that was broke, which is common on these 3 doors. If y'all remember, let's see, here's Noah's truck last week. We had some parts that we had picked up, and we got him a new front bumper up there. We picked him up a new grill today. Kevin's truck, y'all hadn't quite seen it in a while. B's been driving it, and that's the original OG parts truck. We got a bunch of parts for it. The original parts truck that we went and bought last year, we pulled the motor and transmission out of it, put it in this truck. Been running great. Recently tagged. This was the truck Malachi was wanting to build, so B's out here helping him put it together. Like I said, we got new core support, headlights, got him a new grill, better fenders, all kinds of stuff like that. Which this motor's still going to come out because we got to redo the bottom end of it, bearings, but it's getting there. Of course, that rear end, I think that's the rear end we're leaving in it. Yeah. But the wheels ain't going to stay on it. Them are my wheels. But you can see mine's moved a little bit. Got some work to do on it. Clutch, throw up bearing, pressure plate, something's messed up in it. But the truck's set for 20 years in a field along with Plan B. So anyway, I'm going to get over here. I'm going to get this plate cut out. Like I said, I'm just making a bracket for this manifold right here. You can't really see the lines too well, I don't think. This is her manifold. I want to make it a little bit bigger. If I need to trim it down, I will. And of course, top half is where it's going to melt to. Bottom down here will be where it's folded under it. I can make it a 45 or whatever angle I need it to be for this manifold to sit in there. So anyway, I'm gonna get the power saw out and our power bandsaw out, and we're gonna get this cut. When I get done, I'll be back and I'll show you what we got. All right, I got the plate cut out. Of course, it's gonna have to fit underneath the carpet where it'll be bolted in, but it's gonna sit just like this. I'll have enough room to run my air lines. And I'm gonna put a hole over here in this corner somewhere to run them in behind the carpet over to here. Then my sensors will be right here, and all the wiring will be run through the carpet, everything like that, to the, we'll have everything ran to the gauge. I don't know what I did, I hit a button. It'll come from here. The gauge setup I've got 5 sensors, just like in the Honda. 1 for the tank, 1 for each corner. We'll have it sit right here. Of course, our controller will plug into this pigtail harness. And then, hang on just a second. Sorry, my big ass was wedged in there. We'll have her switch box will be up here. Her gauge will be somewhere up here. I hadn't quite figured out all that just yet. But it's all in the works. So, we'll get it all and some updates as we go. I'll get y'all an update on that parts truck that Malachi was putting together. Give me just a second. Push the button on top. That's how much they got so far. It ain't taking them no time at all. They getting it done. You leave that on there. I'm now got a bucket full of bolts. Getting the fenders on. Already got the inner fenders in on that. On this side, yeah. and they getting it. So we making progress. Like I said, it ain't no big time video yet. We got some big good stuff gonna be coming before you know it. We gonna have some wild builds going on.
Right here, Bubba.
But one step closer to being a full truck again already. But anyway, I'm gonna get back what I do. Alright, this is where we're at now. It's been a long time since this truck's had a real look to it. But we gotta do some adjustments on the front end. Gotta replace the hood latch cable, which we got those parts, I think. No, we don't. It ain't back there in that parts truck.
It's screwed up.
Oh, okay. So we'll have to get a new hood latch cable. But I mean, that's that for this one right now. Be more coming. We get, like I said, we got a grill to put in it. We're gonna find one of the front bumpers we got around here for it, and then start slowly piecing the interior back together. Get that motor where we can work on it, and then we're gonna have, that'll be 7 of the 8 that'll be running and driving. So
Tear one of them right back down.
yeah, come these after turkey drag, we got plans, big plans for plan B.
Maybe we should take a poll.
What you think?
Maybe we should take a poll.
On what?
Leave plan B the way it is, or do what I have planned.
Without them knowing what.
Fuck it, show them.
Alright then, y'all want to see? Let's see. Alright. What y'all think? We'll get a poll throwed up. I'll do a weekend update. There's the crew cab. I gotta do some work on it. So, what y'all think? Leave plan B the way it is? Or plan B 2.0? So, yep, that was what we were waiting on. That's what we worked on last weekend. So, all these parts that we got on the front of that, the new bumper, stuff like that for Noah's truck, that's where that all came from. Remember I told you Kevin got a new hood. Well, that's the hood that was on plan B. So, it was going to go on my truck, and I told B put it on Kevin's, that way they still stay close to matching. Recently got it tagged and registered. The truck's been running good. We drove it to town today. Definitely needs tires, but it runs and drives great. What you think about it? You gonna let me go do some burnouts in your truck? No? Oh, come on. Alright. So, yeah, little man, truck's legal to drive. He's happy. Matter of fact, we went to town earlier today. He called wanting to know where we were at with his truck. So, wasn't worried about if something happened to Daddy. He wanted to know where his truck was. But yeah, like I said, we ain't been doing too much. Last week, like I said, we had that secret project going, which he decided to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag on it. So that's going to be coming up. We get back from Turkey Drag in December, that's going to be our New Year's project. Still working on Mama's truck. I got the bracket made, holes drilled. So I got to get it mounted. Then we got to I got to make some brackets for the air tanks. Or not air tanks, but the compressors. Of course, we still got a lot, but not a lot to do on Noah's truck. Cam's truck's back there in the back. He got transmission in it. Finally got it running, starting to shift right, shift a lot better. So we've been, like I said, we've been working. We've been consistent, but not filming too much. But I got the bracket back there in the back. I'm gonna get it painted where it ain't rusted up. Then I'm gonna get it mounted. I'm gonna have to get some screws for the manifold itself. Get them in, and then figure out what all fittings I need. Everything like that. I think we got a good idea of everything. So we might come back from lunch, throw them bags in the front, the new bags in the front, put the bags in the back, start cutting and running some line. And I'll have to make a little hole right down in there in the back somewhere to run some air lines to it, but that ain't gonna be no big deal. But that's what we got for now. We'll get more done after lunch, then I'll get some more recorded. If not, this will be just another short weekend video.
Everybody get in the comments on the poll. We're trying to figure out, should we do a crew cab swap or should we leave plan B alone?
Yep. Alright guys, well, we'll get back here shortly. So what you think, Bubba? You ready to get it going, huh?
Yeah.
We got a new dash put in, all that stuff. We got all them other parts in out of the truck. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of work, but we'll get it back together. Ain't no big deal.
Hello. I got that tightened up.
It's hot. All right, so back out here again today. It's Monday. Took a break yesterday, kind of relaxed. What I'm ending up doing is, if you look right here, right there, this bar is out. It's actually out from this point to this point is 18 inches. From that point over there to that corner on the inside is 17 and a quarter. So this side's 3/4 out. And what happened was, somehow when I was welding this got kicked back. So I'm gonna make a relief cut and hammer it in 3/4 of an inch to get that straight. I'll cut this weld out here and the weld out on the bottom. I'll try to anyway. And bring that in. That way it's a little bit more even, because that drives me nuts. I got OCD on certain things, and that's just one of them that kind of aggravate me a little bit. So I'm gonna get that done. And I'm gonna get those brackets welded together. Then I'll get them drilled in right here. I'm gonna have to drill a hole here, there, and there, just like I did with these, so I can bolt them in. Then when I get them bolted in, I need to get the measurement from the lip on this side to the lip that's going to go across the bottom of this piece on the tanks. That way I can get a piece of flat plate cut to tack weld in. Get everything kind of tacked in. And then get all this taken back apart. Weld it up solid. And paint it, everything like that. Then we'll get the tanks off, get them painted and everything like that. So I'm going to get out there and get to working on that. So I'll be right back. I got one of the brackets welded. I had to run to town, get some more wire. Wire was almost out, so the welder was acting like it was. So I got a new spool in there. Now I'm gonna get back to work getting on this. Like I said, I ain't no fucking professional welder. I can make it hold, do what it's got to do. That's all I need it to do. So I'm gonna get y'all back on time lapse. So I'm gonna get this done. All right, I don't know how much y'all saw last time when I was making these brackets on the time lapse. But I got the other two brackets in. I cut this bar completely out, bent it, or moved it back, did some drilling shaping, tacked it. I probably need to move this one over about a 1/2 inch to square it up, to tighten, fix that right there. But that's going to be the layout. The tank's going to be right here. There's going to be a flat plate of steel that goes from here to here. I'm going to cut a couple pieces of angle, tack or weld in on each one of these. I'm going to run a piece of plate across on each side. Then I'm going to mount the compressors, start working on the wiring, running hairlines, everything like that. Hell, I'm fucking spent. I've been out here all fucking day messing with this shit. So I'm going to get back out here again tomorrow and then try to get more of this done. That way we got a video for y'all this week. Anyway, I'll be back when I get back. Alright, back out of here on it again today. You saw yesterday I made these cross brackets right here for the compressors. I'm going to cut a couple pieces of angle iron to mount tabs all the way down that. I cut some more bracing to put in right here and right there, just for extra strength and rigidity. I don't know how well you can see it. Camera light ain't that great. It's bright outside, it's hot outside. But got all that done. I'm going to get some couple short pieces of angle cut and welded on that bar right there on both sides. Probably cut like two little old 2-inch pieces, one on each end, and then I'm gonna get a piece of flat plate cut to fit between here and those tabs on both sides. And then I readjusted this right here where it wasn't so bent out of shape, where it wasn't kicked out and far over. I already plug welded that hole. These right here, these braces that I put in are the same length as the distance between the bottoms of the tank. So that way I could kind of square it up. I got to re-drill a hole right there and up there for the tank so I can do some more adjustments. Not a lot left, but once I get all this framed in, braced in, everything like that. Probably gonna pull it all down, blast it, paint it. I don't know, I may just leave it on the truck, paint it black, be done with it. It's not like it's gonna be able to be seen under there anyway. But anyway, that's what I'm at right now. It is Tuesday, and it's noon, and it's already 83 degrees. It's supposed to get hotter today. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go take a cool down break, drill these holes, cut some more of that tubing that I need, or angle iron that I need. Couple, like I said, I'll probably get a couple 2-inch, 3-inch pieces, something like that, just to kind of fill in to make a shelf for that flat plate that I got to cut to put in here. It'll be the same flat plate that I use to make the bracket that goes inside, but I'll work on that a little bit more at a time, trying to, you know, take my time on this. I can't do too much at a time. Health reasons, things like that. I can't walk, stand long periods of time, things like that. So I've got to pace myself on everything that I do. But anyway, that's what we got so far. And of course, the tanks are going to sit in the middle. Compressors are going to be on each end. Tanks will be painted. The frame all is going to be repainted back here on the back. So gonna get it going, get it looking good for you guys. I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back in a bit. All right, so I got everything welded up how I wanted it. Like I said, sunlight ain't the best right now. But I got the little plate right there. That's where the compressor will sit. Tanks go in at center, and another compressor go over there. That's pretty much it. Now I just gotta drill some holes out, adjustments for the tanks. I gotta mount drill holes in these tank plates down there for the compressors, and then it's just gonna be shoot some paint on it. I'm gonna spare y'all all that. So I'm going to get ready to end this video out. Give me a minute and I'll set these compressors and everything up like that and just kind of show you how it's going to look. Alright, so this is basically how the tanks are going to be set up. I hadn't figured out if that's exactly how I want to loop the compressor wires yet, or hoses yet. I do need to add a little bit more to this side right here for that plate, for that compressor to sit down correctly. I got to add probably about 2 inches or so across the back. For some reason I got my measurements wrong, wasn't paying attention, cut that side loop, side short. But that's pretty much it for this right now. I am going to close this one out. I'll get more work done on it and get y'all some updates, you know, next weekend or next week. You know, we work, sometimes work Fridays, usually it's Saturdays. So we're gonna put some work in on this, try to get the rest of this knocked out, try to get a little bit of other stuff taken care of. Then we'll be going from there. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hype them videos, do all that good stuff for me if you don't mind. I appreciate it, and y'all have a good one.